Well, I made it. I just got home and we're getting a crazy, crazy snowstorm. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can kind of see my car. I'm standing in about 1.5 feet of snow right now. The last few hours were a little crazy. I'm going to include some footage now so you can check this out. This driving was nuts. I'm used to driving in this weather, so it's not so bad, but a lot of people were driving super, super slow. The highways were actually fairly empty, but then my GPS took me off on some back roads just to save like 15 minutes. It was nuts. It took me a long time. So this started back around Erie, Pennsylvania. Until then, I had been seeing great weather. It wasn't really sunny or nice, but it was clear. Like, I really didn't have any issues there. But glad it's over. I am home. That car is filthy. Wow, look at that thing. So the event was great. I didn't do any videos at the event, of course, because I really like just experiencing it all and talking to people, and I don't like whipping the camera out and doing all that typical YouTube stuff. But I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of the YouTubers that I like to watch. I met Ben Nelson, Nikki from Transportation Evolved. Of course, that guy Rich was there. That was cool. Good seeing him. And then I met Kyle from Out of Spec Motoring, which I love his videos. It was really nice to meet him. Overall, the event was great. It was super, super busy. I think it was much larger than they anticipated. I heard they sold over 4,000 tickets, and at $50 a pop, that's like $200,000. So that's a lot of revenue. Hopefully they can use some of that towards next year's event, so it's not $50. The ticket price, I think, was a little steep for what we got. I didn't realize that most of the event, like 95% of the event, was going to be just speakers. And unfortunately, my 2-year-old and wife weren't into that as much. We were hoping there were going to be more cars and more stuff for them to play around with and look at. So the first day was kind of a bust. We were only there for about an hour, and my son was really not having it. So it was 30 minutes each way in the car to get there, and we only lasted about an hour the first day. Second day, I went back, and I only really had time to go to a couple talks because they were back at the Airbnb waiting for me. So financially, I don't think it was worth it. I hope it improves. Obviously, I was supposed to go with my T-Rex camper, but if you follow my channel, you know that didn't work out as planned because Tesla had my car, and I really wasn't sure when I was even getting it back. So finally, I had to pay the $4,000 extortion money, and I got my car back 2 days before I left. Maybe it was 3. But either way, I really wasn't even sure I was going to have it back in time for the event. Watch those other videos. I have a playlist of all my service issues and then videos of what Tesla has done to me. I won't get into it right here. But all in all, the trip was awesome. We definitely ate a lot. Great barbecue. Pretty good Mexican. I was actually expecting better. And my wife, which is surprising if you see her because she is much smaller than me, she loves bakeries and donuts. So we've had maybe 3 or 4 trips to those guys, and great stuff, great food all the way around. We had an awesome time. The Tesla did great. I love the supercharger network. Is hands down the only way to go. Like, if you're going to get an EV, I've said this multiple times, the Tesla network is worth the money. But unfortunately, because of the service, I really can't recommend that you actually buy a Tesla. I was really hoping that this trip would help me rekindle my fondness of the car. But even though it was a great trip and I had a lot of fun, it was super comfortable, I just don't have the love that I had for this car and for Tesla that I once did. And I was thinking about this, and I'm like, well, why? Because it's still a great car and everything's perfect on it. And all I could think of was comparing it to a spouse that cheated on you. Thankfully, I've never actually had to experience that, but I don't think I can ever love this car again because of what has happened to me with Tesla. So it is for sale. That's another story. Oh, we just got a gust of wind and the door closed. All right, I'm going to go inside. All in all, everything worked great. I am going to include a quick clip of my navigation setup and how I had everything going inside the car to help me get through. The one thing I didn't include in this clip that I feel like I should mention is that the notifications of when you have to turn or do something are only like a minute, 30 seconds before you have to actually make the turn with the Tesla system. With the phone that I have in the dash that you're going to see here in a second, they give you at least a 2-minute warning. So that's another reason I had both of them up at the same time. But check out that clip, and I think that's about it. I'm going to get inside because it's cold. See you guys. Thanks for watching. I thought I'd quickly throw this in here so you guys can see my road trip setup that I have going on. Obviously, I'm navigating with the Tesla navigation system. It's been fine. It's good for finding superchargers, but it's not perfect, which is why I also have my extra phone here running Google Maps. And one nice thing about this is that it also shows you speed traps and slowdowns on here. There's a little spot on the right side of that phone where I can report a speed trap to help out other people. What's nice is that I can still have the navigation routing me using the Tesla software here, but if I want to tweak things, change things, maybe look at a different supercharger on PlugShare, I can use my Android phone right here. And that phone is just a cheap phone from Walmart. It was only like 40 bucks. I use it for Scan My Tesla and obviously road trips like this. So it's really not expensive to do this. This is what I recommend. This is what's working really well for me on this trip, and I hope this helps somebody else out there.